Good day. This is meteorologist John DeFluri on the evening watch at the Fleetweather Ocean Ratting Center in New York. Today is Friday, May 12th at around 4 GMT, and welcome to the latest Fleet Weather Connection, where today we'll be focusing on Tropical Cyclone Mocha, or 1B, in the Bay of Bengal. Tropical Cyclone Mocha is currently near 13.6 north and 88.3 degrees east as of about 3Z this morning, moving northward at 6 knots with max sustained winds up to 65 knots and gusts up to 80 knots. And taking a closer look at the system on satellite here, courtesy of SIMS, we can see that the system is beginning to become more organized overall. We can see some convective banding beginning to wrap around the system center, and even possibility of an eye beginning to become visible here on the infrared satellite image. The system is in a pretty favorable environment for further development, with generally neutral to low areas of wind shear above the system, which is expected to lessen as the system turns to the northeast. Now taking a look at the official forecast track courtesy of RSMC New Delhi, we can see that over the next 12 hours or so, the system is expected to begin turning more towards the northeast, and as it does so, the system is expected to steadily intensify, with them RSMC New Delhi expecting the system to reach up to about 85 knots by the 13th, and then maintain that intensity as it makes landfall over Myanmar and Bangladesh, potentially sometime later on the 14th into the 15th. Now taking a look at the JTWC forecast track, you can see that the track overall is very similar to that of RSMC New Delhi's, but the major difference here being the intensity of the system. So JTWC is forecasting quite a bit more rapid of intensification of this system, reaching almost 120 knots max sustained winds by the time the system makes landfall on the 14th. So definitely quite a difference in overall strength between the two. So now just taking a look at how the ensembles are handling this system overall. So this is the GFS ensemble for the track of the system. We can see that there's a pretty tight clustering of the ensemble members here as it turns to the northeast. Not much of a spread north to south in the exact landfall of the system, with the ensemble mean being somewhere along the Bangladesh-Myanmar coast or border, and pretty similar overall with the European ensemble here, with the ensemble mean being generally pretty close to that of the GFS, but with the Euro having maybe just a bit more northerly members overall than the GFS, but overall both pretty close. Now taking a look at the intensity forecast for this system. So this is the GFS intensity forecast here, with the ensemble mean reaching around 84 knots just before landfall on the 14th. But we can see clustering of quite a bit higher ensemble members here, reaching above 100 knots with max sustained wind speeds at around the same time. So definitely quite a bit more spread in the intensity than we're seeing in the track. And that can also be seen here on the Euro. The Euro overall a bit weaker with an ensemble mean only around 74 knots, so about 10 knots less than the GFS, but also a similar spread with some ensemble members reaching above that 100 knot threshold. Overall a little bit weaker though, definitely less members reaching over that 100 knot threshold, but still that spread is something that we're going to have to monitor closely. And now just taking a look at the latest run of the GFS, you can see how the latest deterministic run is comparing to the JTWC track, which we have overlaid here. And as we step forward in time, we can see that, again, as expected, this system is tracking pretty close to the track here from JTWC, Again, with that kind of tight clustering of the ensemble members, we would expect to see that. Again, the biggest variable here is going to be just how strong this system can reach. So that'll be something that here at Fleetweather we'll be closely monitoring in the coming days. But that will conclude today's video on Tropical Cyclone Mocha. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on LinkedIn to receive all the latest weather and routing news. Once again, this is meteorologist John DeFluri from the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center. Stay connected and safe.